And to Afghanistan, where locals in border areas have gathered at a mass grave to bury those killed in strikes by Pakistan over the weekend. Islamabad said it targeted militants. Kabul, though, said dozens of innocent people they were slain, including women and children. In fact, Afghanistan insists a religious school and civilian homes, they were hit in the most intense cross-border attack since October last year. The United Nations has acknowledged that civilians were killed and asked all sides to exercise restraint.
The United Nations Assistance Mission in Afghanistan has received credible reports of civilian casualties as a result of overnight airstrikes carried out by Pakistan inside Afghanistan late on February 21 and into the early hours of February 22. UN calls on all parties to bring a lasting end to hostilities to protect civilians and prevent further loss of life and injury, and reminds all parties of their obligations under international law to comply with the key principles of distinction, proportionality, and precaution to prevent civilian casualties.
Pakistan, however, it claims that it hit 7 militant sites in response to a recent suicide bombing on its territory, and that the Taliban, it continues to fail to prevent attacks being launched from Afghan soil.
Pakistan expects and reiterates interim Afghan government to fulfill its obligations and deny use of its soil by Khwarizm terrorists against Pakistan, as the safety and security of people of Pakistan comes first and foremost. Pakistan also expects the international community to play a positive and constructive role by urging the Taliban regime to stand by its commitments as part of Doha Agreement to deny use of its soil against other countries.
In contrast, in an interview with RT India, a spokesperson for Afghanistan called the airstrikes an unforgivable crime and warned that Kabul, it would respond to the targeting of civilians during Ramadan.
Violating Afghanistan's airspace and carrying out unjust and brutal bombardment of our civilians is an unforgivable crime. The fact that it was carried out during the holy month of Ramadan makes this crime even more heinous. They deliberately targeted innocent Afghan civilians, including women and children who were asleep, as well as elderly people. This was an unlawful and barbaric act, and any attempt to justify this action is utterly unacceptable. Their claim that terrorists or TTP were targeted is a blatant falsehood. Only the homes of ordinary people, a madrasa and a mosque were struck, in which a number of civilians were martyred. They are trying to divert attention from their own security failures. By carrying out such attacks, they seek to mislead their people and make desperate, unsuccessful attempts to hide their own security failures and the deepening crises they face in various sectors. Such attacks will not go unanswered. The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan will respond to these attacks at an appropriate time.